Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 194. And today is Wednesday morning, and we would normally be on our way out of town. Today we're not going to do that. Again, still trying to get caught up here on my rest and everything, and there are opportunities in the area right now, so we're going to try to take advantage of it. Today is 68 degrees outside. It looks like it rained probably a lot last night, but I probably just didn't hear it because I was resting. But it's cloudy today. Looks like it could rain some more, but shouldn't affect us at all. We're not going that far. Today my idea is to head to the office, get checked in for the week, and then we can take off and we're free for the rest of the week. We don't have to worry about being in there. And then we're going to go to the slots casino, probably take a break, back to the same casino, play some poker, back to that casino, and then go from there. So that's the immediate plan. I think I mentioned yesterday that we're getting close to our cruise. It was check-in time. I'll probably take care of what's left of the check-in tonight, passport numbers and things like that. Everything else has already been done, and then I still going to be watching for the available rooms, if any, to upgrade to if we get a good enough deal. I mean, I think this deal already would be good enough, but going to wait just a little bit longer and see what happens. And if we miss out on it, we miss out on it. It's not a big deal. But I don't know if it's possible to get a trip in before the cruise, but that's what I'm going to focus on as soon as I finish recording this. Is there a place that I could go for a night or two that's not too far away that would make sense, maybe even tomorrow, and try to make some extra money at that place. I think there are some candidates out there, although the closest candidate is cracking down on Advantage Place so bad that if you're just in there for 10 minutes messing around looking at stuff, they're trespassing you, or not, they're making you not be able to play. The next closest place is kind of far away, but there are opportunities, so that may be a possibility. A friend of mine was there last night, actually, so we'll see what happens. Other than that, you're pretty much caught up right now. I do have some meetings today. I believe just one. Let's take a quick look and see how many. I think it's just one meeting. Oh, Teams has installed an update. I'm sure that's going to be helpful to me. Just one. Going over very old vulnerabilities, so that's fine. Oh yeah, tomorrow's the big day. There's 5 meetings. Looks like one is canceled, so there will be 4 meetings tomorrow. So we can handle that. I'm not too worried about that. So, okay, you're all caught up. I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. I am just leaving the office here. Went in, checked in, took care of all that kind of stuff, and I see a couple messages here, but everything looks good. We are heading out right now. Let's head to the casino. Going to take care of that, do some slots there, go back to the parking lot, take care of some work back in there again. Then we have our meeting, and by the time the meeting is over, the poker game will be starting. So I'm going to have to figure out, it'll be almost starting. I have to figure out how I'm going to handle that so I'm not late to the game, including possibly even driving during the meeting so that I'm there on time. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll figure out the exact timing for it, and we should be good. So right now, let's head to the casino, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, back in the car here, and we are, put the air on, man, it's kind of musty, not musty, but like humid. Anyway, just got back to the car here. I was in there for about 45 minutes or so. Not really that much going on in there. I want to mention, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, last night I was up like 3 times because my eye was really itchy. And so um, I felt like maybe I was working out whatever was in my eye. Because remember a while back I was talking about how it was swollen. It wasn't swollen enough to bother me, but I started noticing it. Like maybe there was something under it, like 2 little bumps under my eye. Well, last night I started itching, and it was just in that one eye, and I had a feeling something was going on with it. I'm looking at it right now, and it actually looks like whatever was under there, like, is 90% gone. So whatever it was, it might have just broken up, and it was irritating my eye, and it got through there. Hopefully, that doesn't happen again because that was terrible. Right now, it's like barely puffed up. Before it was really bad, so that's good. Um, Not much going on in there. First machine I went to, ironically, it's like the third time in a row I go to that one first, check things, and that's the first one I find something on, and I lose money on it right away. And I was down $140 on it right away. About $6 a spin. Moved on, found another machine. Actually, lost money on that one also. That one was just there, and lost money on it. Looked around for a while and didn't find anything. Saw my little old lady that cleans in here. Talked to her for a while. She's so nice, so nice. And the poor lady, man, she has everything bad happen to her. She had this heart condition, and they just changed her medicine recently, and we were talking about that. It's the nicest lady. We pray together, we talk, we just enjoy each other's company. She's a great person. And then today she's telling me that she was cleaning a machine because that's what she does, walks around, pushes chairs in, cleans machines, jammed her finger in a place where it was like some broken glass and plastic and stuff. And luckily now they have it taped up, but it's like they got to maintain this stuff. A friend of mine recently said if they just have one person and their whole job is to go around and pushing buttons and make sure they work. Right now there's 5 new machines. This one game, 5 of them, and all 5 of them have the button on the right broken. You have to use the screen to play it. The machine's been here less than a month, and all of them have a broken button. You'd think they could maintain things better. But anyway, talked to her, didn't see anything, went to the high limit room, saw a play, minimum bet, $5 a spin. Second spin, I hit it. It put me ahead $42, and that was it. That's all I could find. And I checked everything that I could. Someone was just here probably about an hour ago. You could tell by the way things look. And so that was it. Right now, plus 42. I'm back in the car. I'm going to sit here for about 45 minutes or so, take care of work, and then head back in there, take one more look around before my meeting. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. All right, so went back in, and it's still very dead in there. Walking around doing my normal search, and again, same machine again, find a play. This time I make like $2 on it. It's just I have not had good variance on that machine. Checked some other things out, and then came back around. There's an Asian guy in there checking stuff. I've never met this guy, but I've seen him a bunch of times. So I didn't expect much. I did find one other play though, and I played that one. That one took about 20 minutes to finish, and I ended the session ahead $122. So we made a little bit of money. It's still early. My meeting's not ready to start yet, but and I think the meeting is only a half hour, so I have time to get to the club, but I have to sign up for the list for poker during the meeting, which will not be a problem. I just have to remember to do it at the right moment. So right now I'm going to leave here, head toward the club. We'll pull over, we'll do the meeting, we'll finish the meeting, get some lunch, and then continue on to the poker club and hopefully have a good day there. Then we'll come back here later on and hopefully have another good, I don't know if you count these as good sessions, but a good session this afternoon. So that's the plan right now. So that's what's going on. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. I'm driving to the place I was gonna drive to and getting ready for my meeting and all that stuff. And this lady cancels the meeting again, multiple times. I've got so much going on tomorrow. It's gonna be very difficult for me to travel tomorrow, and she wants to move it to tomorrow. I've had enough of this person, honestly. I don't want to do the meeting tomorrow. Figure it out on your own then. You asked me to help you. I say yes, I'm willing to help, and then you keep moving it over and over again. I'm not willing to help anymore. Figure it out for yourself. I'm going to block off that time on my calendar, make myself not available, and they can figure out whatever they want to figure out, but I'm not doing it. The rest of my calendar for tomorrow is now going to be blocked off by me, and I'm not going to be available. So, anyway, let's go get some food. I'll be back. All right. Well, I guess we got some problems here. So, I was going to try that ramen place again. This place, I'm never going to be able to get to this place. So, it's a little bit early. The meeting was canceled, obviously. So, there's a electronics store nearby, so I decided to go there. And I walk in, everything's dark, and they're standing in the doorway. How can I help you? Well, I just want to... Oh, well, there's no browsing. If you want to browse, we can't have that. You got to leave. I'm like, okay, butthole. I've been coming to this place longer than you've been alive, and you're going to be that rude to a customer? How about saying something like, I'm really sorry. We don't have any power right now. If you're not picking anything up, you'll have to come back later. Here's a 10% coupon. We really value your business. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that. I'll be back later on. Instead of now, I'll go to Amazon and I can go around you. Your company is already starting to fail. Continue to fail and continue to have bad service. Thanks anyway. Whatever. So I go over to where the ramen place is, and their door is open. It's early. I walk in, and there's 3 people standing there, and none of them see me standing there. They're like 3 feet away from me. They don't see me. Finally, they see me. Oh, not open yet. Okay, not open. I go to the place next door. There's a guy in the back, and it doesn't look like they're open either. So, I mean, the door is open. I walked in, but that's fine. So I decided, yeah, let's just leave. So right now, we're going to go a little bit further away, and hopefully we can find a place that is open, get some food. I got a lot of time before the poker session starts, so I wouldn't mind a decent place to eat. You know, it'd be really nice to have some good food today. So that's what I'm looking for right now. We're gonna continue on here, try to find somewhere to eat, and I'll be back. Let me just mention this. In the 2 little shopping centers I went to, there were 2 massage places, both of them open, and both of them somehow have their light on that says massage. So I guess it's just how bad you want it. I don't know. The people in the ramen place looked like they had like some power inside. They were cooking, they were cutting food and stuff like that. So I'm not blaming them because they're not supposed to be open yet anyway. But it just seems like, you know, if you want to do business, you can do business. So anyway, I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back and found a place. Finally found a place, and it was a bargain, man. I've actually been to this place one time with my son and my wife, and I've talked about it on here before, where they had the little vending machine. It was an Asian place, buffet with sushi. Lunchtime price, $17. And man, it was so good. It's delicious. Now the seaweed salad, I thought it was a little bit off, but it's not a big deal. I'm very sensitive to taste, so I noticed the little things that other people don't. Even like when you wash something with water that's not filtered, I can taste the chlorine and stuff in it. But overall, the place was really good. So ate there, took care of some work stuff. Right now we're going to head to the poker club. We're going to sit in the parking lot. I got a couple scans I need to run. I'll kick those off. Then we'll go in, we'll play some poker, and hopefully have a good day. So that's where we are right now, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. I might get interrupted with a phone call here in a minute, but just leaving the club, and not the greatest day. When I first got there, I was ahead about $70 or $80 right away, and then was down within 45 minutes. From there, it was just like a slow grind. I played well. I made 2 bad calls, both of them to the same person, amazingly. Lost 100, and on the other one lost about 90. There was one hand I was really confused about. It was, I had ace queen, right? Yeah, I had ace queen, and the flop was queen 4-5, and then the turn was a queen. And anyway, I was betting and getting called the whole way. I couldn't figure out the guy was chasing a flush and hit the flush on the river. That one cost me about $200. There was one other hand also that I really had a hard time with, and I ended up folding it. It was about a $500 hand, and I don't know if I made the right decision or not. I had top pair, top kicker, which in this case was a queen again. This time ace queen on an ace high board, but I kind of feel like the guy had 2 pair. It was the only time in the session that he was all in, which doesn't mean that he had it, but I was just he was raising right away pre-flop and the whole way through, which tells me, okay, well, are we splitting? But doesn't make sense. There was a jack on the board. Did he have queen jack? I don't know what happened there. I ended up folding that one, and I chalked that one up to inexperience. The 2 bad calls I made were my fault. I shouldn't have done that. It was just, it was not the best move, and I knew that I was going to be behind, and I was. There was one hand where I had an ace-8 suited, and the flop was queen-8, and it was a new person on the table. This girl, I've seen her before, but I think it's been years. So I flopped 2 pair, and then she immediately stops betting, and I bet, and then anyway, she ended up having kings, and I hit an ace on the river, so she flopped 2 pair queens and kings, but when I was betting, it made her slow down, and then she was in the lead the whole way, and that allowed me to catch up on the river. I thought I was good with the 2 pair, but she had a bigger 2 pair, and I ended up beating her at the end there. That was a pretty small pot, though. That was maybe like 160, 150, something like that. Wasn't too big because the other people folded early, and it wasn't too big of a raise each what do you call it? Each card, whatever. So I'm just trying to think back through my head here. I think that if I was a little more aggressive in this session, I could have been a winner in this session. There were 4 very good players at the table, but 2 of them were tight aggressive. So that's not too hard to deal with. One of them was a little bit sneaky, and I'm recalling another hand right now where he had jack 9, and I think I had queens maybe again. I never had aces. I did have kings one time, but I think I had queens that time, and I flop a queen, and he catches me with a straight. He had jack 9. And that was foolish of me because that guy usually pre-flop he'll go like 25, which I called. I could have raised there, and I didn't. And then every street street was the word I was looking for earlier. Every street he was betting small, and I should have known that he was on a draw when he was betting small every street, and I allowed him to catch up. So he controlled the size of the pot until he hit it, and then he actually, and I was the last to bet. He didn't bet the river, and it actually saved me money too. So lessons all along the way here. I'm not mad at myself. I just feel like there were holes in the game today. I could have done a lot better job. I did have my laptop next to me, and I was doing some work, but nothing that I feel got in the way at all. I just feel like my play wasn't where it needed to be today. I think I was a little intimidated. The seat I was sitting in was not the most comfortable place on the table for me. So I gotta fix some holes. I've got some problems there. I bought 500 in chips. I sat down with 200, rebought for 200 more, and I was down to about 110. I added my last 100, so I was in for a total of 500. I was down to as little as like $85 or $90. Then I went all the way back up, and I was ahead about 150 when I had a bad hand that cost me quite a bit, and ended up leaving down 130. So overall, not the greatest session, and I'm kicking myself a little bit here. Could have been a lot better. I did get a call earlier from my friend that I met in Vegas. He's thinking about going next week, and asked me if I would want to go. I said maybe, just let me know, and we'll take a look and see. So that might happen. We'll see about that. Kind of feel like it's not the best time to do that, but if there's some opportunity, then I should go. So anyway, yep, that's what's going on right now. You're all caught up, and we're heading back to the casino. I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back, and the day gets more complicated here. I got a bunch of work to do for the office tonight, and then I just got a call. I have to go meet someone, and then actually change. So now they might be coming to my house, take care of some stuff. So got that going on. Traffic is just ridiculous, just bumper to bumper. I'm doing 3 right now because it's, of course, rush hour. It's raining. Everybody always freaks out about everything. So went into that place, and nothing, then nothing, then nothing. Couldn't find anything at all. Finally found one play, and then one other that I played. The first one I was ahead a little over $100, and the second one I was ahead a little over $100, and ended up for the session ahead $246. You go play poker for like whatever 3+ hours, and you lose $100, and then you go play slots for 20 minutes and make 246, whatever. No rhyme or reason sometimes. Man, I miss blackjack, man. Being able to make 500 to 1,500 a day, like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and it kept on just slowly deteriorating. I really, really miss those days, but we'll have to find something else to replace it with. But right now, we're going to head toward home and take care of a few things there, and I'll be back here with some segments. This is the 1776 countdown, where I count down the top 1,776 reasons why I love the United States of America. And as we're continuing on here, today we're going to be talking about another incredible landmark. I remember the first time I saw this, man, it was about 25 years ago. And that is the Gateway Arch, also known as the St. Louis Arch, the Gateway to the West. The Gateway Arch it's interesting because it looks like it's really tall, which it is, but not very wide. But it's actually 630 feet tall and 630 feet wide. It doesn't look like a circle. Just the way it's shaped makes it look like it's a lot taller. Just for my non-U.S. friends, that's 192 meters tall, and that makes it the tallest monument in the United States. And the arch was designed by Eero Saarinen, who won a national design competition for the monument in 1947. Construction finally began in 1963 and was completed in 1965. So the arch is made mainly of stainless steel and contains structural carbon steel and concrete in the framework. So if you include the foundation, it is 17,246 tons. 17,246 tons times 2,000 is 34,492,000 pounds. And that would be the same as 15,678,000 kilos, to give you an idea. Obviously, a lot of it has to do with the foundation. And the Gateway Arch commemorates the westward expansion of the United States. So, and St. Louis's role in that expansion. So the arch is part of a national park. It also includes the old courthouse and the grounds surrounding the arch. It's interesting because it's like right in the middle of downtown, right on the edge of downtown, but like right in the middle area of downtown, right by the road. And it's just this gigantic thing right there. And visitors can actually take a tram to the top of it. And what's interesting too is when I've been there, they also have a replica of what's up there. So if you're too scared to go up there because it actually sways back and forth, if you're too scared of that, then you can, they have this like replica of the room on top. They have cameras on top looking down, and whoops.
You're in a 5-minute slowdown. You're still on the best route.
Okay, sorry about that. In that, like that fake area there, there's TV screens that look like the windows. So it looks like you're up on top looking down, but you don't have to take the ride up there. I believe that the ride is pretty expensive now. I think it's like $30 or more. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I remember. But that observation deck area is about 65 feet long and 7 feet wide, and there's windows on both sides. I have not been up there. Maybe I was like a long time ago, like before the year 2000. I don't remember. But on a clear day, you can see for about 30 miles out, which like I remember being in the Eiffel Tower. That 30 miles is nothing compared to that. But the arch has steps also leading to the top, but they're basically used for maintenance and emergencies. But there's 1,076 steps leading to the top, and the foundation goes down about 60 feet underground. So it became a National Historic Landmark in 1987. And of course, you know, obviously everybody thinks of St. Louis or Missouri, thinks of the arch, the gateway to the west, Lewis and Clark, all that kind of stuff. So there you go. The St. Louis Arch is another reason why I love the United States of America.